The 8th-ranked Eastern Florida men's soccer team closes out the regular season tonight with an epic test against the reigning national champions from Monroe University out of New Rochelle, New York. Live from Orlando Health Stadium in Melbourne, it's the Mustangs and Titans next. It is a beautiful October evening for some NJCAA soccer here on the Space Coast. Number 8 Eastern Florida tonight taking on the number 16th ranked Monroe College Mustangs. Gonna be a good one tonight here as we close out the home schedule. Look at the beautiful sky behind us. Good crowd tonight as well. Good evening and welcome everybody. Alongside Tom Traxler, I'm Jeff Radcliffe. Thanks for joining us for Titans Soccer here on WEFS. And playoffs right around the corner, Tom, and that means you want to go in strong and have nothing better than going against the two-time defending national champs.
Yeah, look, two-time defending national champs, won it 3 out of 5 times. What a way to close your home schedule. But, you know, you want to get hot at the right times, Jeff, and getting close to playoffs is really when you want to be reaching your peak. You want to be playing as well as you can possibly play. So no better team to get started with to build your confidence than Monroe, and a team that obviously we just spoke about has won the national title. So off and going for Eastern Florida, and hopefully headed into the playoffs in some style.
Titans have had some success against this team in the past. In fact, last year beat this Monroe College team just before they entered their postseason and won their second straight national championship, something that maybe the Titans would like to do. They've got some conference games to be played next week that they have to sit and just watch before they know what their destiny is in the Region A playoffs. So let's talk a little bit about Monroe. They come in 6-3-1, only 2 returning starters from that team. They got those beautiful yellow and blue hooped uniforms. Head coach is Marcus DiBernardo, now in his 17th season. Alvaro Ramos, though, their goalkeeper, is a guy who played all last season. One of the best goalkeepers, not just in this part of the country, but really in the nation.
Yeah, look, as a coach, you always know there's 2 players that save your jobs, 1s and 9s. 1's the goalkeeper, 9's are strikers. Right. They've got themselves one heck of a 1 in Alvaro Ramos. And the experience of being a goalkeeper and playing and being on a national championship team is invaluable. This season, he's got a sub-0 goals against average, and he's also had 3 shutouts. Now, some of that's to be credited to the players in front of him, but you know that when the time comes of the asking, he's been up to the task.
He's going to be going up against a really formidable Eastern Florida scoring offense, especially as of late. But this guy here, leading the nation in assists with 17, it's Luke Ackerman-Stanfeld.
He's the guy that makes the orchestra play. That's what you want to look at.
The tar.
He is the conductor. It's going to go through him. He's the one that he's able to pick the pass. He's got great vision. Obviously, 17 assists. I mean, leads the nation. And he's had 3 assists in the last game he played, and he's done that 2 other times this season.
Right.
So, look, you can expect to see the ball finding his feet an awful lot.
Yeah, also a free kick specialist as well, which leads to some of those assists. Here's a look at the starting 11s for the Titans and the Mustangs. Titans on the left side, it's Mateo Garcia Galan, the keeper. In front of him, Zach Ford, Ryuta Morioka, Luke Ackerman-Stanfeld, Reese Shirley. Kemet's getting the start tonight again. Mukisa Emmanuel up top. You got Isaac Tarassian getting his 5th start at the forward spot. Lars Beckman, Lewis Munn, and Marcellus McCoy will steady things up in the back. Monroe, you got Valentino Labella, the talented left back, Alan Alencar de Oliveira, João Victor do Araujo, Hayato Otaka, Taiga Matoba, Alvaro Ramos, Reno Ishida, Kelvin Yengby, one of the forwards starting tonight, Pedro Arthur Vidigal, Braxton Richards, a Florida-based player from Plantation, a guy to watch that can score some goals, and Jin Yamamoto wearing the 77 shirt tonight here for the Mustangs. And there is Marcus DiBernardo, who I just mentioned a few moments ago, National Coach and Coaching Staff of the Year a year ago, Central Connecticut State product. does it by bringing in some high-quality international players, but he has some guys in New York that he keeps home to help this program get stronger and stronger every year.
His roster is spotted with a few native New Yorkers, yes.
Right.
But he's also got the United Nations of a roster. I
yes,
mean,
right.
You look at that. I'll tell you what, I'd love to hang out with this team only because if they can cook as good as they can play,
oh man,
you're eating some good cuisine. I mean, I'm seeing
Absolutely.
I'm seeing some Japanese, Spanish,
right.
Australian, which would be interesting.
This is not a knock on Adam Butler, who is English, not known for their food, right?
No, but he does have someone from Scotland. I don't know about haggis. I don't know if I'd be eating that. But
black
listen,
pudding.
there's some from Italy, so you know you got some good Italian food. This would be the team you'd want to hang around and get some good food.
He can cook up some wins. There's no doubt about that. This year, 9-2-2, reached the NJ semifinals twice, and hoping to do the same this year.
So he's like the Gordon Ramsay or the Guy Fieri.
Right,
Like
running the kitchen.
Top
Absolutely.
of this game.
So non-conference game to close out the season. Next, I believe Tuesday, it will be Daytona State and Miami-Dade to play the final conference game. Of course, the Hurricanes came through and kind of messed the schedule up a little bit, so we're going to have to wait. And then after that, Titans will most likely play one team to on the first game, and the second game they'll play in the championship should they win that. Referee tonight is Stefan Perry. He's assisted by Tony Marlino and Sam Gillespie. And we are underway here at Eastern Florida State College. Titans in white defending the goal to our right, as we call the action to you here on this Saturday night. Escorted into the dark corner of the field. Titans will have a goal kick.
The dark corner of the field. It sounds ominous, Jeff. I expect to see her Pink Floyd playing or something when it goes up.
Right. Titans will approach the halfway line. And the Mustangs will allow them to cross halfway with much in the way of resistance. Mustangs playing a lot of backups, especially in the attacking half here. They just played Daytona State the other night up in Daytona Beach and got a 2-2 draw out of that.
You have to rotate your squad a little bit, Jeff. It's hard. You know, they're traveling. You know, they've had a pretty heavy schedule, both these teams. So, and coming to the playoffs, you want to know what players can do. So, you know, you certainly want to get some rotation going. And I think that's what Coach DiBernardo is doing.
Yeah, Braxton Richards, the normal starter, wearing number 35. You see Yamamoto that right. Both of these teams playing out of a 4-3-3 traditionally here. The Titans on the move here. Outside the 18, shot on the way and smothered and covered by Alvaro Ramos, the Catalonian keeper.
Oh, I am quite sure that Isaac Tarazian wants that back. He just couldn't get his balance quite, and it was a rather tame effort, but it was shaped up to be something rather threatening.
Flicked header, Lars Beckman all the way back to his keeper, Garcia Galan. Definitely a size advantage of a lot of teams Eastern Florida plays. Generally, Eastern Florida has that edge. Saw that earlier this season in a game that we did. Center back pairing for the Mustangs, the two Brazilians, João Victor Del Rajo and Alan Alencar de Oliveira. Right back is Taiga Matoba, very useful player all over the field for Coach DiBernardo. I don't know if any restaurants will be open for our return trip back tonight after the game, and now you're talking all this international cuisine, and I'm
well, just go.
Tummy's are grumbling.
Just go hang out with Monroe College.
Yeah. 3 minutes gone. Should be a riotous affair here tonight. Forcing him to go left and right ride, a little push down, play on.
Well, for Eastern Florida, so you got to look at Liam Kumitz, and he wants to shape the goalkeeper. He wants to, so he's forcing him over to the left in Eastern Florida, trying to make their play as predictable as possible, and then that created that long ball.
Strong the right side now. Good strong posture on the ball. And this is a Monroe team that is very adept at going from defense to offense on the counter and really good at keeping the ball once they have it. Midfield trio for Eastern Florida: Munn, Kemetz, and Ackerman-Stanfeld. So 2 Germans and an Englishman. I don't know what happens when they walk into a bar, but they do play soccer very well.
Well,
stop the clock here.
Typically in soccer, the English and the Germans don't necessarily see eye to eye, but in this case, they're going to have to because they're in the same midfield.
I'll check the injury here to the Mustangs.
I don't know if Ackerman-Stanfield knows the German bomber song, but I'm sure Kemetz and Munn's probably do.
But Ackerman-Stanfeld's got a German sound to it, though, too.
A little bit.
Munn and Kemetz. Off the mat, we'll resume play. Went off the head, and now it'll be back to Galan, a whistle, and it'll be Eastern Florida ball.
It's a little chippy. It's getting a little bit chippy out there.
Stefan Perry on top of it, large and in charge right now.
He's been busy so far.
Now it's a lot of whistles. That one whipped in, takes a deflection on its way out. It will be a corner first of the night for the Titans.
The Titans were calling for handball there. They wanted a penalty. Referee wasn't having it, but certainly you got to appeal for those.
Ackerman-Stanfeld will tee this up with his right foot. Calling out something on a set piece. Lofts it, chips it, flick. There it is. It's in! Last touch, I believe, was Reese Shirley.
Looks like
goal is given.
Ackerman-Stanfield. Looks like he got the finish. That looked like it came right off the training ground, Jeff. That was a good service,
right into the
good
mixer,
flick header down, right in the danger, right where you want it to be, and they had numbers around the keeper, and it fell, I think, right for Luke Ackerman-Stanfield, who I think backheeled it.
Well, Ackerman-Stanfield was the one that hit the corner, right?
Let's have a look.
Now it's a lot of whistles.
Yeah, you might be right, Jeff. You see the. Well, we're back to action now, so we'll get a look at it later.
We will get another look for sure.
We will clear it up. But needless to say, the important part is, Titans have the goal. It's 1-0.
Saw them all immediately come together. Okay, we're still playing this as 0-0. Some momentum going into the playoffs next week.
Yeah, listen, but that's a well-designed. That was a well-designed corner. Good delivery on the ball. Good flick down. Oh, lovely little bit of skill
by Yamamoto.
I'll tell you, the one thing you'll find about players from Japan, they are incredibly technical.
Giving away center of the park and giving it right back. Following every single ball. Yamamoto again on it.
Lovely ball.
Jen is into Richards. Cuts inside the 18. Axe gets some help. This is Matoba, the right back. Came up to help. It goes in behind, and it will be corner kick now for the Mustangs.
Braxton Richards, a homecoming of sorts from Plantation, Florida. So there's a few Floridians on the Monroe roster. Braxton being one of them.
So Otaka, sophomore, will launch it to the back stick. Unable to clear at first, and now the Titans trying to go the other way and break out of the box. Up waiting for it here is Shirley. Left without the ball. Run continues. The help came. A little trip up from behind. This should be a free kick. And most likely a booking as well. As Perry, the referee, is going to the pocket.
I'll tell you what, he's been quick with his whistle and spot on. I think he's really trying to keep a lid on this because you can see the intensity in both of these teams. You can see how much this game means. With Monroe coming off of a draw to Daytona State, you know, Eastern Florida approaching the playoffs, this game means a lot for both teams.
And now a free kick in a really dangerous spot here too for Eastern Florida, looking to double their lead here in the early going.
Actually, I wonder if it was Reese Shirley. I misspoke. I wonder if it was Reese Shirley that actually got the goal.
Yeah, that's what I saw. But
I
sometimes
think
the
Ackerman
scrums in
took
front.
the corner.
Yeah.
Reese Shirley, I think.
Yeah, I think he got the
one.
last touch.
And it might have been Lars Beckman that got the flick. Might have been. But we'll clear that up. But Eastern Florida looking for another one. There it is.
Oh God, just over top.
Well, you just mentioned, you mentioned the size and the physicality. Well, this is one area where it will show up. And right now, from what I'm seeing, Lars Beckman is winning just about anything that gets served in the box on a set piece. He's got good determination. He's strong.
Lars, a freshman out of Hardenberg, Netherlands. Big fan of Virgil van Dijk.
Well,
not a bad guy to emulate, right?
I'll tell you what,
right.
Virgil van Dijk gets himself forward and
does the same
wins
thing.
a lot of things in the box. So he's certainly emulating one of his heroes.
Turned over. Yamamoto comes away off his right foot, cuts in. Standing ground, taking it away was Munn. Now Titans will go back on offense. Flipping it ahead, Emmanuel. And the keeper Ramos came out and doesn't have the kindest words for his back line at the moment.
No, it's been a bit of one-way traffic at the moment.
Tom goal officially going to Marcellus McCoy. So
Marcellus
center
McCoy,
back.
So
yeah.
All right, well that clears that up.
So McCoy's third goal.
It's good to get
10 minutes gone.
It's good to get those early goals. It kind of settles you a little bit, but you really want to keep your and they have, and you can see it. You want to keep your foot down on the pedal. You want to keep going. The way to follow it up is by getting the second one.
Richards comes away.
Good tackle.
Got the ball, and into the night it goes. We'll stay with the Mustangs on the throw far side.
Yeah, it's a good tackle in the box. Has to be.
Yeah,
you have to be really well timed.
Yeah, Yengby was the one that was taken, had the ball taken away, but you can see the pace that the man from Staten Island's got.
Yeah,
2 goals and 2 assists.
He's definitely got some wheels, Jeff. I think it was Marcellus McCoy with the tackle.
Mustangs trying to keep it in the attacking half, and we'll have to concede it. Tarasian was putting some pressure on.
You can really see Central Florida's determination, especially in their transition. Just watching Isaac Tarasian there. He gets himself. He tries to press, but then immediately turning, sprinting back, and getting himself in position. There's somebody's always said it's when you're out of possession, you want to be in position.
Right.
And he certainly exemplified that there.
Ford sends it back into Munn. Ackerman Stanfield to that right side where they found some success getting it forward. Manuel. Some space here on this right channel. Yamamoto.
I thought Mateo was going to keep his run going. He checked it. Thought he was going to clear the space and then allow Jin Yamamoto to come inside.
Matoba. He plays a negative ball back to Victor de Araujo. And turned over. Emmanuel. Pressure was coming. Turn in the center of the park. There for Tarasian. And the Titans will reset.
That was well done. They secured the ball very well. Mikisa Emmanuel, he could have gone for it, turns, comes back. And they kept the ball, knocked it out of bounds there, but they would have wanted to keep possession for a little while longer on that, but smart play.
Ford on an island and plays it off, gets the throw in. A little more direct this time. Brought down. Boy, got into him there for sure. It'll be a free kick, Titans. Held it up, tried to turn, and drew the foul.
Yeah, Liam Kumis feels that one.
Yeah, try to take his leg with him. Looks like a wishbone.
Yeah, that's you know, Jeff, that's he got a yellow on that, and I got to tell you, you get that wrong, that could easily go red. Because you're coming in from behind, if your studs get elevated at all. He's definitely on the referee's radar at this point.
Long free kick, Titans. Little air underneath it, finds its way into the box. It will roll towards that byline. Coming around, a lot of hand play. Offside flag comes up.
Yep. You can hear Monroe talking to themselves, getting that squared away. Don't want anybody holding back, keeping people onside.
Yeah, you see Ramos settling it down. Keep the ball, yep. One 0 Titans. Goal officially going to Marcellus McCoy, his third, about 5 minutes into the contest on a beautiful corner kick delivery from Ackerman Stanfield, which would give him his 18th assist. Depends how many people it touched. Ooh, incidental contact there. Lets him play on. Shot on the way and is behind the goal. But went from defense to offense quite quick.
Garcia Galan seeing a little bit of action there, finally having to stretch himself a little bit, had it covered a little wide of the post. So far the lads in front of him have been keeping him comfortable. And he'll prefer that. Believe me. keepers might touch the ball once in a while, but they prefer not to do much.
Mustangs 3-time NJCAA champs. Defeated Eastern Florida 2-1 back in 2019, then Arizona Western in 2022, and then last year beat Tyler in penalties.
Wow. Tyler usually a perennial powerhouse.
In every sport, yes. Eastern Florida's women national championship a few years back came at the expense of Tyler. Game played up in Daytona Beach. That one will go in behind for goal kick.
So far, Jeff, a lot of back and forth. Eastern Florida definitely having the advantage, not only with the goal, but just in terms of possession. But they'll want to have some of that possession. They'll want to start to create some more chances. Possession is one piece, but possession is a means to an end. So you want that possession to continue to create chances. It has created lots of set piece opportunities.
Mustangs cross halfway and then pull it back. All by himself over here is Matoba. Waiting to break down that line. Instead, they'll reverse it.
Well read.
Ford. It's on the Jets. And bumped down.
Wow. Is that really?
Let it go.
Okay, I'm not sure if that was shoulder or if that kind of got him a little bit in the back.
Quickly replayed, restarted for the Titans. Corinne Stanfeld will just serve it towards the area, flicked out of there. Ford back on it, and he'll have the throw.
Ford's had a good season. I was talking to Coach Adam Butler. Says he's been quite instrumental. He can slot in different areas along the back line, and so far he's had himself a good season.
I like those modern fullbacks that like to get forward aggressively like he does.
In the game, you want to get your fullbacks up and forward.
5'10" sophomore out of Bristol, England. Trying to drop it over the top. Youngby.
Oh no, he's not having it. That can be a weapon though, Jeff, especially when you've got someone like Kelvin Youngby. That direct, that outlet ball, it's easily played, but it can cause problems.
Lead to a foul.
And if you're Morioka, who has to defend on that side,
Richards is up.
You have to know, if you're Morioka, you have to know when you see that head go down, leg go back, you're dropping off because you know what they're going to do with it, and you don't want to wind up in a foot race with Youngby all day long.
Toba checks his surroundings. Over to Perez Castillo. All paths forward were cut off that time. Toba. Forward, here's Yamamoto. And cleared out of the box. Turned by Perez Castillo. Drop that over the top and immediately under some pressure. They lay it back, shot on the way and in the back of the net, and it's tied at 1.
That is one that Morioka is going to want back.
And that will also be Richards' 7th goal of the season.
That's kind of one of those goals given, not quite. You see, he feels he got fouled. Knocks it back, and Richards is there, makes no mistake with the finish. We just talking about you don't want to get in a foot race with Yangby. He's really quick, and you can see they're going to go to him time and time again. Yeah, really sure. I think Morioka thought he was possibly fouled. Referee didn't see it that way.
There was contact.
Definitely was.
No doubt.
Definitely was.
And it changes perception of this game, now 1-1. You were just talking about those balls to the speedy forward, and it causes problems.
When you have that weapon.
He kept his composure and laid it back right as the defender arrived. And
yeah, he smart ball. He knows that it wasn't on for him, but he looks and sees Braxton Richards coming into the box, coming onto it, and laid off a decent ball, and it's well finished.
It's coaching. Crash it when they get up there.
So we've got a game in our hands. 1-1. The temperature's great. I mean, this game should be played at a high tempo, and it is. The game's been played at a real high tempo, real high intensity. It's nice when you have one of these like cooler nights. It's not too hot, as it can get in Florida sometimes, right, especially in October. But it's great conditions. It's one of those nights with this pitch, this conditions, you feel like you can run all night long. So it should create for a great game.
Minutes to go in this opening half. Richard's 7th goal of the season ties things up. Matoba. Accepted.
It's good work by Lewis Munn coming across. Munn, Ackerman, Stanfield, Kumitzer, trying to create a really tight area in that middle, trying to make it hard to play through for Monroe. Trying to cut off passing lanes, make it difficult. So far, doing a good job.
The line it goes, and it'll be a goal kick. Stolen away. Emmanuel goes low. Oof. Cleats up, and then...
Ooh, this will be interesting. What's the referee going to give here? Does he feel that this was a denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity or not? He did have the keeper. He still had the keeper to go, so he's going to give a yellow. He still had the keeper to beat, so no. But
take another look.
So
thankfully, Kemet's got back up.
He wasn't going to an empty goal, so you don't have the denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity. That right there was interesting.
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
And he said, yes, sensei.
Yes. Perez Castillo, the yellow.
Liam Cummins has been on the receiving end of several hard challenges tonight.
you're the Mustangs, it's not a team you want to be given a lot of free kicks and set piece opportunities to.
No, again, talking about they're bringing up Lars Beckman, Marcellus McCoy. They're bringing the lumber up top, so to speak.
Half chip. Back into the mixer and cleared high in the sky. This will be out of play.
It's going to go for a throw in.
And Zach Ford will come back up to do the honors. Comes all the way back to McCoy. Ford can't get there. Too high, too hot to handle. And a change being made here for the Mustangs. Number 2. So Adrian Tross. His 5th appearance of the season out of Utrecht, Netherlands.
So he came off that Valentino Labella that came off.
Labella is carrying a yellow.
He might have made way. It was on that far side, so yeah, I believe so. So Tross is in now.
To line it out of play. And changes now going to be made for Eastern Florida. So, like Tarasian will come out and make way for João Luero. Rio native, 2nd on the team and in the nation with 8 assists, only behind Luke Ackerman. Does have 6 goals to go with it. Really pacey player, had a go-ahead goal against Daytona State last week.
Don't want to give an announcer's curse, but so far I think the referees had it. It's been a tough match, but he's been spot on with his calls so far.
Known you a while. Never known you to give out praise to referees that much.
I don't normally. I don't. But in this case, he's been right around the play. He's been good. His whistle's been strong. He's so far. I don't want to jinx him. And now that I've said it, I know I just did. So if something does go wrong, he can blame me.
Old pal Eric Winalda said players win matches, coaches lose matches, referees ruin matches.
Yes, he did. He was never one to compliment a referee either.
No, ever. Not necessarily, don't necessarily agree with that, but yeah.
I'm telling you, these tackles are hard. This game, you have to be committed to playing this game. If you're going to walk across the line, you better be 100% committed. There's going to be no half measures here.
Just a nice little touch there to keep that thing going, and now stopping the clock here for a foul possibly.
Definitely, and somebody's getting a booking.
Going to go against Eastern Florida this time.
Marcellus McCoy.
Yeah, I think he got his hands in there to try to stop. So 17-minute mark to play here in this first half. McCoy in the book. 3rd yellow card issued by Stefan Perry.
He's starting the Christmas card season early, isn't he?
Well, here you don't need the address book.
No, instant.
Titans trying to regain the lead here, perhaps before halftime. Lorero trying to make a mark on this game. They'll go to him now. Came up short on it. He'll go out of play, and it'll be a throw in here for Monroe University. Down by Ackerman Stanfeld. Sprays it wide. Morioka.
This is where Eastern Florida needs to be patient. You see Monroe sitting with all 11 players behind the ball at this point. So for Eastern Florida, get the ball moving quickly, 1-2 touch, side to side, but be patient.
Flag up.
Let that ball movement create those opportunities where you can maybe find that diagonal going into the middle, break them down. Let your ball movement get them. They might get slow in transition coming across, and then you can start to find some openings and find some gaps inside. There's nothing about being patient. There's nothing about making sure the ball's moving at a good speed. Sometimes you think you can't move the ball slowly because then they'll step up their pressure and they'll get you in trouble. Oof. I tell you, Eastern Florida, be sure on your right side defensively with Yangby and that speed on that side. There we go.
Lorero has some space to operate. Lorero with his left foot.
Oh.
Initial save made. Now the clearance. And getting in behind and going down. Titans can maintain possession. Emmanuel. Lorero back at the corner. And a little spin cycle move by Yamamoto to get out of there, but that was a promising build-up here for the Titans.
Well, you got a good look. You love the little run, great ball. Joao Lorero gets on the other end, but then, you know, the player we talked about for Monroe, player to watch, Alvaro Ramos. We said 1s and 9s, and cometh the time, you've got to be the man, and he was the man there. He made a big save. And his defender was there starting to clean it up for him. He didn't, because if he wasn't there, I think that would have been finished on the rebound.
Ford was able to keep it.
This is where Eastern Florida might want to start a little more of a high press. When they get all 11 players behind the ball, it might be tough for them to come out. That outlet might not be there because you've also got Yangby behind the ball. So when that happens, get that early pressure on. And in situations like this, keep the ball, be patient. But keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
It's in there looking for Emmanuel. Titans try to keep it in, and a little push will bring it back out.
That's one of those, you scream, no foul, no foul, no foul.
Yeah,
don't let them out easy. Don't let them out easy. Goalkeeper.
Oh, vital 50-50 here.
Yeah, look at the goalkeeper. He hails from Spain.
Catalonia. Oh.
see the Eastern Florida, especially the players up top, they are ready to get behind. They want the ball delivered.
Right.
They want the ball in the space. It's almost like if you've ever been to dog racing and here comes Rusty, and man,
Rusty.
they are like inching to go. They know the outside. They are ready to run.
A rabbit comes out and they're off.
Oh man, the ball's a rabbit.
The carrot and the stick. A little change here for Adam Butler as we get into the last 12 minutes of this first half.
Double sub. Can't see who that is coming off.
Now getting up is Yengbi.
That's either, might be, is that Ackerman, Schultz, or is that Kumitz that just came off? Can't really see.
Run's still out there. Wow, the sub here for Mustangs, 1-1 score line. It's been that way since about midway through this first half. Throw in for Morioka.
I love that.
Dangerous spot. Sends it all the way across.
I love that. So many teams don't take advantage of it. You can't be offside on a throw. So you always have to get deep, get deep. So you just heard
Yeah.
DiBernardo saying if they're going to press, which they are, it's talking about the spaces are over the top of the pressure. And certainly when you got someone like Kelvin Yengbi, that's where that ball becomes effective.
A one-man press breaker.
And he talks about playing it wide and in behind.
Titans will retain possession here. McCoy. Ford held up. And a little too heavy.
Comes a press, so they're going to shape this now, so they can make this. They're going to try and make this ball predictable, and there it is. Now they know where it's coming from.
Tend to play. Good job by McCoy to bracket that away.
Regain!
Richards gives it up. Vidigal. Taken away from Tross. Titans are in a corner.
Get a body on everybody. Yeah, you definitely want to get around the big boys. You're gonna want to get around, if you're Monroe, get around Lars Beckman, Marcellus McCoy. Try and get someone in front. Make sure you're jumping with them.
So Lorero and Ackerman Stanfield had a little word. Ackerman Stanfield will come back into the 18. Clock now under 9.
Definitely a set piece here.
This will be, left-footed in swinger. What's the deal?
Well, there's little extracurriculars going on near the goalkeeper, Chef.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, wasn't me. And they don't like Reese Shirley right now.
Surely you can't be serious.
Yeah. You got Reese Shirley and Valentina Labella going at it.
Right. Shirley dealt with a lot of injuries last year. Oh, could not get to that first ball.
Again, it's something designed up. They wanted Reese Shirley to run off that near post toward the ball, draw the attention. The ball wasn't quite there. Ooh, that's gonna be another corner though.
It will be.
Let's see if Eastern Florida's got something else dialed up. It seems like they've been spending a lot of time on these set pieces, especially on corners. They're getting to pull out a lot of them here tonight.
Ackerman Stanfield will take this one. Shirley being watched closely. Outswinger, flick header. Oh, swing and a miss at the penalty spot. Now sent back in, curling back in, and coming out bravely was Ramos. Wasn't gonna let that settle in front. We'll stay with the Titans on the throw. Another flick header. This is could have been a big problem had McCoy gotten there.
Ramos does well to collect. Well, gonna be another talking to here.
Time, and that clock stops 6:29.
He's having a word with a coach over on the bench. Cease and desist, sir. I will have no more of that, he says.
Even if he says, thank you, sir, may I have another?
He don't want any more.
No.
He ain't gonna have another. He's like, you give me another, you're gonna see a card. And then the coach, he sits in shame.
You feel shame.
Yes, you sit and feel shame.
That should be Titans ball. Oh, not the case. Beckman. Just to measure it up. Set ahead. Read all the way by Matoba.
And
They loved it.
That got a big reaction.
Was not going to let him wait on it. Ford.
The header, I've never quite seen a header out get such a reaction.
Right.
I don't know if that player never heads the ball usually, or
That could be it, yeah.
not sure.
Ford. Some help, really no options. Except backwards. Munn.
Good ball.
Morioka. Another ball service into the area, does fall. Nobody home. Adrian in the game now for the Titans. 6 goals, 5 assists so far this season.
See if they're going to try and force it again. So, yep, here we go. High press.
Yeah, Adrian with all that energy coming off the bench. Yakamoto. Oof. Oh boy. Do what you can. Gotta go to it. 7-on-7 drill. That one. Not for the faint of heart on that challenge. Adrian calling for it. Instead, it's going to be a manual target. Ackerman Stanfield, and we'll put it down the line. Stay in. Well, for the time being, under 4 to play opening half, 1-1 our score. Adrian. Oof. Is that a Back heel flick over the wall.
Yeah. Tried to play that one to the next zip code.
Corner kick, though.
Yes. Oh, yes. And they're playing tennis with that ball.
Guerrero. Will be him, so in-swinger coming. Titans will love to bookend this half with a goal on either side. Coach Butler and his staff pay a lot of attention to this stuff in practice on the training ground. Adrian will try to hold it in. Titans will regain the throw.
If you're getting a good listen, you can hear the intensity that we've been talking about.
We still have another 45.
I love it.
Tross. Stanfeld will send it back over the halfway line. We'll reset things. 2 minutes to play in the half. Emmanuel got a touch to it. Brings it back and pushes it out for a throw.
Yep. No, I got a touch, so it's going to be Eastern Florida throw as well. He's saying he changes it now. I was like, okay, he got a deflection on the way out as well. Did well there. Monroe bench maybe changed his mind. The assistant on the far side, that is.
90 seconds to go in the half. Boy.
No. Oh. Got it. And?
It's outside the box, but away for a kick.
Oh, he's just making a little mark there. Does he have the spray? He does. Referee.
All right.
He's got all the toys.
1 minute left in the first half.
Look at that.
Okay, Barbasol indicates 10 yards back.
I don't think that's 10 yards.
He'll move
That
him.
is not 10 yards.
He'll move him.
No, he marked that is not 10 yards.
No.
That's like 7.
Still able to get it over the wall. Flick off the post.
Beckman. He is the weapon going forward, isn't he?
Right. Clock stopped, 21 seconds left.
He is not happy with himself. He's even hitting his head. He's like, he wanted that goal. He knew he knows he should score that.
Lars still sitting on that, waiting for his first goal of the season. That was an optimal chance.
It almost had. He was inches away. The post was wearing yellow and blue.
See how close it was, Tom.
Very. Boom. He had the keeper beat.
Final 15 seconds here. Well, you don't want to concede now, that's for sure. And no call there. They'll play it out. And that will do it for the remainder of the first half. But an entertaining affair here at Orlando Health Stadium. Titans 1, Mustangs 1. 45 to play when we come back. Titans look for their 10th win of the season here in the home finale. Mustangs trying to march back to the national tournament and maybe three-peat as champions. A lot to talk about in the next half, and at halftime we'll be right back here on WEFS.
It's not just a club. it can be a second home for you. You know, you can treat it as a club and it can still be beneficial to you, but you'll get so much more if you just treat it as a home and just a tight-knit group. Like, these can be your extended brothers and sisters. It can be your extended, you know, uncles, as Uncle Mike is quick to say, Mr. Cador is quick to say. He's always Uncle Mike, and he's always calling you nephew. He's always saying that's your cousin, stuff like that. So it's like he's, with that mentality, he's trying to make this a family thing, because that's what it is. That's the initial goal, is for you to feel like you have extended family that you can reach out to, and, you know, whatever you need help with on your path of life.
We can't emphasize enough, as soon as a student gets confused, and it could be a very small piece of the content that they just missed, as soon as they understand they're confused, if they could come in, the tutor can turn that around quickly and get them back on track.
Usually the results they'll get in the class are increased the earlier they come in the semester. So I encourage people right from the start of the semester to come in and use the lab. That's why we're here.
We can explain it to you, you know, right after class, compared to you cramming for yourself right before a test. And I mean, while we can help with that a little, it's not as successful as the students that come in regularly.
Even just the first week, even if you don't have anything to do the first week, just come in, see that we're here, and we can even help you get started on some of your first essays or first assignments.
As far as I know, we are the only technical welding program in Brevard County. On the one-year degree, you end up taking multiple AWS certifications, and we hold you to those standards. So by the time you graduate, go to work for somebody, you've already passed that test. Brevard County has a lot of industry in the welding trade. We have Space Center, we have a lot of companies around here that support the Space Center. It starts working out, the companies will start looking back at the school and say, hey, yeah, I like what they're producing, he's helping me out, and then they start calling more and more and make one heck of a program at this school where everybody wants to come here and we want to put them to work. You know, my goal always is, you know, try to be the best at whatever you do.
Getting a college education that can lead to an excellent career is at your fingertips with online classes at Eastern Florida State College. We offer courses online, providing convenience and flexibility to meet the needs of every student. Whether you're entering college right after high school or are already in the workforce and returning to advance your career, Eastern Florida's online classes are the perfect fit. They offer the same high academic quality, outstanding instructors, and small class sizes found in our traditional on-campus classes, ensuring you receive personalized instruction to help you succeed. Many degrees are offered completely online, making it easier than ever to get the education you need. Take advantage of this great opportunity and get started with your online education today at Eastern Florida State College.
Basically, if you're joining the Eastern Florida, just become part of the Cyber Titans. Even if you're not going for a cybersecurity degree, the knowledge transfer that happens in that club applies to any tech degree, not just cybersecurity.
So the thing that really was a turning point for me in this field actually was the club itself. The club gave me an opportunity to really explore and also gain confidence in myself that I didn't have before.
But yeah, being the president for the cybersecurity club, it definitely led me into being in a more of a leadership role position. A lot of the employers, especially for students, they want to see that you're interacting. They want to see you in competitions and stuff because they really do look into those things.
Back in Melbourne, 1-1 game between two teams ranked in the nation's top 20. Monroe University, number 16. Eastern Florida State College, number 8. So glad to have you along on this Saturday night. I'm Jeff Radcliffe, joined by, as always, by my good friend Tom Traxler. And had some goals, had some great saves, had some yellow cards, had a little bit of everything that you want at this level and at this point in the season.
Good speed, game played with good intensity. Two teams that are so committed in this game. You sense it's really gotten, it's like it got more of an importance than it actually does for each team. So
right.
I've really enjoyed it.
Well, a lot to talk about, and look at some of the pictures and highlights from that first half. And again, it started gangbusters for the Titans.
Yeah, right away. I mean, Titans.
They were shooting the lights up.
And they did go out. No, right away, office, you always want to start on the front foot, especially at home, and the Titans were able to do that. And got the early goal and came right off the training ground. A great set piece off a corner. And maybe we'll get a look at it, but right, and a deserved good opening goal for Eastern Florida.
That's what led to
that looked like they wanted a handball there, but here you go. So now we get a look. Watch that. Watch the flick down, and it
looked like Shirley, but they gave it to McCoy.
Yeah, Shirley looked like he wanted to claim it, but they did give it to McCoy.
See if this is it in here.
And then we'll get a second look, and that's
the one over the bar.
Yeah, that's the one over the bar. And I'll tell you what, Lars Beckman just wants a goal so bad. On the other side, there's the danger guy that they've had to watch the whole time. Not so much Braxton Richards on a good finish, but Kelvin Yingby. He's been the guy to get behind and cause problems. Alvaro Ramos has been good. He's been up to his billing, and again, Lars Beckman. He's been so good. He's gotten his head on so many things in the box, and right there, inches away from getting his opening goal of the season.
See Marcus DiBernardo having a word with his Mustangs as they look to go back to the national tournament and make some history. Have some work to do in the second half against a really game-on Eastern Florida team, 9-2-2, ranked number 8. Both of these teams have some marquee victories this season against ranked competition. Heck, every team in the Titans region, Daytona State and Miami-Dade, are ranked. So anything they play in conferences is going to be a struggle.
Look, Eastern Florida is always going to have a tough schedule. They're always going to bring in those quality teams, and Monroe's another one of those. And they've been playing each other for 5 years. So Eastern Florida always up to the challenge. Always one of the teams that's going to be talked about in the national title contention. Monroe, 3 national titles out of the last 5 years. So as far as pedigree, we've got 2 fantastic teams here, and so far living up to billing.
Titans here on this field, though, too. 16-1-1 in the last 18 home matches. So
just had that snapped, actually.
Yeah, it was this year.
Yes.
So Monroe trying to maybe be a second team to kind of spoil that party, but still a lot of work to do here for each side. We've seen the danger on the counter for the Mustangs, and then Eastern Florida, really the dominance on the set pieces, and earning more and more of those could be some trouble down the road.
Yeah, their possession, some of the balls forward have created a lot of opportunities in set pieces. It's forced Monroe into fouling situations, and you've seen Eastern Florida take advantage of that. Yes, on the other side, sometimes Monroe's got themselves 11 deep, and you heard their coach yell, like, some of the spaces over the top in the wide areas. With Yingby, that ball over the top is very dangerous.
The Titans, again, a non-conference match. Daytona State, Miami-Dade will play on Tuesday. Then we'll know the pecking order in Region 8. But you want to get this one to feel good, get some momentum going into that conference tournament, and then hopefully on to nationals again like they've been the last couple of seasons.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about right now. This game sets you up. So that's why I think it feels like a playoff game that isn't a playoff game almost, Jeff.
All right. Well, final plans being made by each coach, Coach DiBernardo, Coach Butler. We'll come back with half number 2 between the Mustangs and Titans right here on WEFS.
It's not just a club. It can be a second home for you. You can treat it as a club and it can still be beneficial to you, but you'll get so much more if you just treat it as a home. and just a tight-knit group. Like these can be your extended brothers and sisters. These can be your extended, uncles. As Uncle Mike is quick to say, Mr. Cador is quick to say. He's always Uncle Mike, and he's always calling you nephew. He's always saying that's your cousin and stuff like that. So it's like with that mentality, he's trying to make this a family thing because that's what it is. That's the initial goal, is for you to feel like you have extended family that you can reach out to, and whatever you need help with on your path of life.
We can't emphasize enough, as soon as a student gets confused, and it could be a very small piece of the content that they just missed, as soon as they understand they're confused, if they could come in, the tutor can turn that around quickly and get them back on track.
Usually the results they'll get in the class are increased the earlier they come in the semester. So I encourage people right from the start of the semester to come in and use the lab. That's why we're here.
We can explain it to you, right after class compared to you cramming for yourself right before tests. And I mean, while we can help with that a little, it's not as successful as the students that come in regularly.
Even just the first week, even if you don't have anything to do the first week, just come in, see that we're here, and we can even help you get started on some of your first essays or first assignments.
As far as I know, we are the only technical welding program in Brevard County. On the one-year degree, you end up taking multiple AWS certifications, and we hold you to those standards. So by the time you graduate, go to work for somebody, you've already passed that test. Brevard County has a lot of industry in the welding trade. So we have Space Center, we have a lot of companies around here that support the Space Center. It starts working out, the companies will start looking back at the school and say, hey, yeah, I like what they're producing, he's helping me out, and then they start calling more and more and make one heck of a program at this school where everybody wants to come here and we want to put them to work. My goal always is, try to be the best at whatever you do.
Getting a college education that can lead to an excellent career is at your fingertips with online classes at Eastern Florida State College. We offer courses online, providing convenience and flexibility to meet the needs of every student. Whether you're entering college right after high school or are already in the workforce and returning to advance your career, Eastern Florida's online classes are the perfect fit. They offer the same high academic quality, outstanding instructors, and small class sizes found in our traditional on-campus classes, ensuring you receive personalized instruction to help you succeed. Many degrees are offered completely online, making it easier than ever to get the education you need. Take advantage of this great opportunity and get started with your online education today at Eastern Florida State College.
Basically, if you're joining the Eastern Florida, just become part of the Cyber Tie-ins. Even if you're not going for a cybersecurity degree, the knowledge transfer that happens in that club applies to any tech degree, not just cybersecurity.
So the thing that really was a turning point for me in this field actually was the club itself. The club gave me an opportunity to really explore and also gain confidence in myself that I didn't have before.
But yeah, being the president for the cybersecurity club, it definitely led me into being in a more of a leadership role position. A lot of the employers, especially for students, they want to see that you're interact. They want to see you in competitions and stuff because they really do look into those things.
All right, back in Melbourne, ready for second half action here on WEFS, final athletics broadcast of the fall season for us here. And the Titans locked in a 1-1 affair with the visitors from Monroe University up in New Rochelle, New York, outside of Rochester. Jeff Radcliffe, Tom Traxler. We spoke with officials who were here in town for the game, and they did go ahead and give the Titans goal to Reese Shirley.
Yeah,
which is what we initially thought, and then
we just had to have it confirmed by the head office.
Yes. The front office in Waterloo, Iowa, or Wahoo, Nebraska.
Looks like Eastern Florida now just coming out of the locker room.
Well, now if you're a coach, what's that the indication of if they're coming out late?
Probably just a lot of information that's being imparted. To be honest with you, just you're going over your game plan. You're going over. You try and get across at least 3 points when you're in the locker room. And at least I like to get across 3 points, and I want to make sure they understand those 3 points.
All
so
right.
You start with them, and then you just kind of wrap up at the end, going back, and in between you're having little sidebars and conversations, and players are talking. You're just kind of getting everybody back on the same page. And the referee's like, let's get going, boys. Adam Butler's got to take a jog off. He's still on the pitch.
Sure, he still got it.
You see, I tell you what, you see a game like this, you want to play. I mean, I'm 55. I could never if I wanted to at this point, but boy, you'd want to. You'd want to be a part of a game like this. It's got good energy. This game's got a good energy to it.
Titans going left to right, immediately going into an attacking posture. Sent into the Eric, and it will weakly go in behind for a goal kick.
Ackerman Stanfield looking for Adrian. Adrian right away. He's like, hey, here you go.
Yo, Adrian.
Yo, Adrian.
First or last words,
And
right?
if he'd have scored, we did it.
We did it. Oh, boy.
All right.
So weak.
Had to do it.
Low-hanging fruit.
Had to do it. Good battle.
Flick header for Moriaka.
But they're not letting balls bounce. Nobody wants to let the ball bounce. I love it.
Trying to come away with it is Richards. Titans have it. Adrian. And draws a foul. Went down in a heap, back up, thankfully. Adrian out of Windermere High School in Orlando. Scored in 3 straight games. Coach Butler bringing him off the bench here tonight. So flair for the dramatic. Handball brings it back. Mustangs will have possession.
Looks like we have picked up right where we left off, Jeff. This game hasn't missed a beat. Eastern Florida be proud of their home record. So to have that streak ended, I mean, 1, they want to put this right. 2, they know they have a real big. The playoffs are coming, and it's going to be tough.
Yes,
but they have the squad. They have the squad that could go very far. They have a squad that could go all the way. The squad is here. I think Coach Adam Butler knows that.
Every year you get to that national tournament, there's a lot of teams that get left home just because they're in a region like Eastern Florida that's so tough.
I mean,
only one team can come out.
Interesting thing is, I mean, obviously the semifinal is going to be tough. It's going to be against Daytona State, and it's just going to be a tough game. It's a rivalry, you know. And there's always a bit of finality to that. It's a semifinal. You got to win to go on, and so that'll probably be tougher. I think we talked about that, and he said.
And then you got to play Miami-Dade, who you've not been able to beat.
But here's the thing, and I've always said this: it's tough to beat a team three times in the same season. That's a tough thing to do. I tell you, I wouldn't want to be Miami-Dade. I'd want to be Eastern Florida going a game like that. Let's have a look here.
Chase it down into the corner. Step over
Still
once.
Joao Loureiro.
Gets it across, but right at the keeper, Ramos. Had it covered. play. Here come the Mustangs. Play that in behind. Getting a touch, though, was Richards. Oof. Tross in the air. Do-si-do in the center of the park. Ackerman Stanfeld. I'll try to play it in behind.
Yeah, you'd have to be shot out of a cannon to get to that one. But you can see how quickly they want to get that transition from back to front. Not afraid to go direct.
Waiting for the pressure to come in, to open it up a little bit. Back to Ramos. Uh-oh. What's happening here?
Might be a shin guard, an equipment issue.
Yep.
Yep, he's got too much of an ace bandage showing, and he says, "Get this off me." I don't know. You can't see it. I'll just tell you, he flung it. He was like, "I don't need this thing on me anymore. Get it off. I'm not coming off the pitch because of this."
Good composure shown by the Mustangs here. Now we'll lump it forward. Morioka was sure-footed with it.
Had to be.
Laying it off, surveying, studying. Now on the left side to Ford. And on the break, Adrian. Oh.
Nope.
Ran through him.
Wait, nope, he's gonna give it. Nope. Or is he?
Nope.
Free kick. No, it's definitely gonna be a free kick. Or was it? Is it offside? Didn't see a flag go up.
Yeah. Obstructed view seating right now. Oh, player down here for the Mustangs right at the halfway line.
Is that Braxton Richards? I believe it is.
Stretch that out a little bit.
Yeah, these players are going to feel this game tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, they will. Look, the tackles have been good. They've been strong, full-blooded. The pace has been good.
Last year on our air, Titans won this matchup 2-0. Measuring stick games we talked about going into the postseason. Stay with the Mustangs.
This one going to get called on a foul there.
Taka nice and steady. Over to Labella. Tross in front. Look for Richards. Monroe University ball. Athleticism by McCoy to Shield. Titans will try the other flank now. Josh pushed out. Technical takeaway. want to mess around too much back there. Beckman. Far post. And sails wide.
Yeah, that's looking for the far post ball. A little bit overcooked. Not going to get too much of a chance at that. Both teams pretty much sticking to the game plans, as you can see. When Eastern Florida get possession, Monroe sitting deep, all 11 players get back behind the ball. Eastern Florida playing real high tempo, lots of high press. You hear Coach Butler like begging players like more.
Pace in the center. Stanfeld,
a little flick
off the top of the crossbar, and then sent back in by Morioka. That was right at the keeper, and now here comes the counter on the other side from Yengby. Closes in on him. Now we'll cut between two defenders, and then tackled away.
Good tackle.
Morioka never gave up on that. Came all the way back to track.
Good work between Marcellus McCoy and Morioka there, because Morioka was beaten, but Marcellus recovered, and Morioka with a great recovery run to get himself back in position to be able to make that tackle.
Titans asking some questions here. Cash in.
I love the little flick. I don't know if he was going for goal, if he was just trying to put the cross, but it was a lovely ball, and it almost turned into a goal.
Back into the area. Two big center backs there for it. Titans trying to find a second goal here. 10 minutes into the second half.
Oh, that's a foul.
Clean up. Oh, hugging it out. 7-on-7.
Was that 77 on 7? That was 3 sevens there. 7-7-7. That was yellow. No, it was these guys spray out.
The hell, did we go a little too far, I think? Heller?
Lars Beckman was calling for the ball early. He wants a goal. I think he's sniffing it. I think he senses it. He's been getting his head on just about anything that goes in that box, and he's hungry. Let the big dog eat.
Stanfeld. Ackerman Stanfeld. Punched away by Ramos.
Going to be another corner. So this time you see they're going to get a lot of bodies in and around the goalkeeper. Look, goalkeeper's good, but he's not that tall. So this is a tough environment for him. If they get a good in-swinger.
And it is one. Hit it out.
They got in front of him, though. They know now. Well, you got to get eyes in front of Lars Beckman and behind him. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble.
Adrian. No problem.
That's going to be another corner. I hate to see the count on corners. Eastern Florida's got to be somewhere up around 10 at this point.
Moments ago,
So this time, not around the goal. They're gonna start at the top of the box. So looking to make some runs into the box.
High arcing ball. Oh, just a graze.
He did not go and meet it. Luis Munn, you go get it.
Harder though when it's dropping in on you like that. It wasn't necessarily.
You got to go attack it.
Yeah.
You just got to go attack it. I think he thought it was just going to fall in on him, and but you just got to go attack it.
Say yes.
turn, see if they
Nice.
can. I was thinking they were going to change the point of attack there, Jeff. Here we go. There it comes.
There's some space. Morioka closes down quickly.
But they want to do that faster.
Yeah, not telegraph it so much.
Well, do it quicker. Make them have to urgently shift across. And then if you keep going back, you'll eventually start to catch them slow in that movement, and then you'll find balls underneath. You'll find balls inside and pockets of space to get into.
Our ball served in and pawed away. I'm not sure if he made contact with it or not.
And
Yep,
guess
he
what?
did.
It's another corner.
Another corner, racking him up.
Should put that on a loop. Corner, Eastern Florida. Just put it on a loop. Just keep pressing the button. It's a sound effect.
A drop. Titans like to drop in a goal here. A little over a half an hour to play. Driven to the back post, headed back where it needs to go. I believe Ramos got a hand to it again.
And that, it was Lewis Munn. This time, he went and met it.
Hit the button, Eastern Florida corner.
Yeah. Another drop.
Lorero will do it. So watch for fouls here. There's a lot of pushing. That could lead to a penalty. That one near. Falls into the box, shot deflected.
You're starting to look for anything. Is there a handball in there somewhere?
He's trying to keep it in that attacking third. Turning around.
Man, I just
Back on
started
Stanfeld.
watching Joao Lorero there. I started to hear you spin me right around. See that?
Like a record.
Dead or Alive was playing there.
Huh. Okay, 30 minutes to play.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you wish there was more time.
Furutani in there in the defensive mid spot here for the Mustangs, number 8. And here we go. Ooh, foot race, a lot of pace there.
Hey, now you see, you just heard Marcellus McCoy talking to the players up top going, you're walking, get back. He wants them faster in transition coming back the other way. Get a look over at you saw the bench, Coach DiBernardo over there.
Okay, corner kick from the Mustangs.
It's a different one. Would you say advantage Eastern Florida here?
Yep.
Ooh,
They
on
play
the
it
floor.
short. Trying to get a turn and clearance for Eastern Florida. Calling for it is Shirley. Unable to turn that into an attack. And we'll stop the clock here, 28-25.
Injury
Or an
deal,
injury.
deal with a player. That's Jin Yamamoto, I believe. Or is that? No, it's Tiago Matoba, sorry.
Toba transfer from Trinity College out of Perth, Australia.
Man, he's come a long way.
Right. Seems to be okay. I'll just limp it off a little bit.
I don't know, he's holding the back of his leg, so unsure what that could be.
The restart. near side. Should be the Titans ball here. Throw up coming from Morioka. Kyoto, Japan. Sophomore, played a lot last year as well here for Adam Butler. Oh. Emmanuel gives it a go and just overhits it a touch.
You can't fault him for the effort. Looked up, thought he had the far post. Goes for the cheeky chip.
You miss all the shots you don't take.
100% true there. Look at this high press coming. So it's going to be direct ball out of the back.
Quinn sending it back in. Settles, and Luke Ackerman Stanfield uses that superior height to make the intervention. Back the other way it goes to Monroe. You just see the tactics changing with each minute. Control here will come back. McCoy.
Right now, Eastern Florida, it's been pretty much all Eastern Florida. Maybe a couple counter opportunities going the other way, but for the most part, this half has been heavy Eastern Florida. Saw a ball off the crossbar, tons of corners.
Munn, back to McCoy. Everybody on the attacking half for the Titans right now.
It's just quick ball movement.
Yoka.
Oh, wow. Not so sure there. Not so sure that we didn't just see Calvin Yingby he tripped, he fell. He wasn't tripped, he just stumbled.
Valentino Labella down in the box here from Monroe. Doesn't seem to be too troubled.
From Buenos Aires, Argentina.
They don't know anything about soccer there.
Yeah, what would they know? They've only got this guy down there called Messi, amongst others.
Reigning World Cup champs.
It's like a little bit of cramping going on. He's gonna have to go off. Once the trainer comes on, the athletic trainer comes on, you gotta go off. And this is what I'm saying, you might start to see they've traveled, they've played a tough game 2 nights ago, and now you're starting to see maybe a little of that starting to creep in.
Do have a deep bench at their disposal.
Oh, I mean, they didn't bring them all, but you should see the size of their roster. It's starting to rival an NFL team. I don't tell you they have 54, but they got quite a few. I see 2 squads on that roster.
Oh. Calling for it, chasing it is Shirley to that corner, touches it back, can't get around. Good technical ability shown by Tross. Staying with him.
Starting to hear him say hunt. He wants him to close down in packs. He wants him to hunt the ball. He wants a lot of high pressure. Wants to win that ball back near the goal. Adam Butler, the coach of Eastern Florida State College.
And you got Braxton Richards, the forward, who's been relegated to defense for the moment. See him back there at the center back spot.
See his pressure, and his pressure high, his pressure in the mid block.
Yep. Here.
Good compact presence in the midfield, cutting down passing lanes.
Adrian giving chase. Coy laying it off.
Right now, the one and only thing that Eastern Florida has to watch out for is just the transition, is just the counter.
Shirley, and it might be handball.
That's offside.
Nope, off. Yep. Left, it's a shade early.
Well, right now Braxton Richards is off, so you got the weapon in Kelvin Yingby. So, but that alone is enough. Joao Lutz has replaced Braxton Richards.
Richards is serving as center back at the moment.
That's true. He is. He's moved back, and you know what that is?
It's just you got some height.
I think that's an answer to a bit of a physicality issue. They want him in the back for physicality and pace. Almost gone with 5 across the back now to deal with the Eastern Florida front.
Morikawa chipping it ahead. Adrian, and getting ahead to it was Richards.
But it's slim pickings right now. If you're Monroe going forward, you're defending a lot.
Play on. There's Yingby.
And that's why they want that high pressure. They know they've got all 11 players, so that immediately when Monroe get the ball, this is what you want to see. Wow, good skill.
Good job getting out of a phone booth there. And here comes the break. Promising here for the Mustangs. Laying it off. Good intervention made. Ooh, selling out that time. Laura.
Oh, that's going to be foul.
Yeah, Laura, yep.
That's probably going to be a booking as well.
And that'll be Richards. Lorero with a full head of steam.
Really good by Lorero. Really, really good. So he had a couple nice touches, and he gets the ball first, knocks it by, gets in that foot race, and Braxton Richards had nothing left but to put a body on him. Sets up a situation where Eastern Florida can get a serve into the box.
Third yellow card on a Mustang tonight. Had plenty of chances from dead balls. Got to cash in on more of them. Ackerman Stanfield with that beautiful right foot. Chip it to the area. Far post side. Adrian tries to settle over. And coming out of there on the Mustangs. So one and done there.
That's more to how you'd like to see it, but that's not the way it's been. A lot of times those balls from Eastern Florida get played into the box, and they're winding up causing trouble, and they're usually getting something else off that ball. Another set piece situation, be it a corner, throw in.
Kemetz coming back in. Emmanuel chasing it into the corner, laying it back. And the 50-50 ball goes to the Mustangs. Just haven't been able to produce the final ball on these promising attacks. And keep the hands down. This is Reno Ashida. João Lutz, a Brazilian center forward in there too. Got a lot of size. They go to Lutz now. Can't control it. And now the chase is on for Emmanuel, turning on the Jets. Emmanuel on his left foot, has some help coming. Cuts it to the inside the area, shot on the way, past the far post.
He changed gear on that, Jeff. That ball got played.
He skipped a gear. He just went from third to fifth.
Yeah, he went hypersonic.
File that one away if you're defending.
I'm sure Coach Adam Butler's like, more of that, please. I think Coach Adam Butler wants to see him involved in the pressing game with the same kind of speed that he just saw when he was chasing a ball that was going into space.
Trying to beat him over the top.
Little knock after the ball.
Slow to get up is Luke. It's the one guy you want to have on the field for the remainder here.
So that ref got wings on his neck?
Wings?
Is he a Paul McCartney Wings fan? Love, take me down to the streets.
Running out of real estate there. Listen to what the man says. Wasn't banned on the run that last time down. It was Makisa Emmanuel.
That was Makisa, indeed.
Titans gonna get Stephen Gilbert in there from Newsom High School out of Lithia. Is one of those high school powerhouses on the other side of the state. Making his 13th appearance, has 3 goals, 4 assists as a super sub.
Despite all of Eastern Florida's, all of the challenges so far, Alvaro Ramos lately has refused to let him in.
Martin Luther, Annie Jin, open the door, let him in. Yeah. Oh, that was
possibly
a straight tackle.
Oh, hello.
He got his money's worth for that yellow.
And then he quickly runs away.
Yeah, so Beckman going to be booked.
Pedro Arthur Fidical pushes him, and then I think he took a look at how big Beckman was and said, I need to get this ball over here.
Yeah, I'll wait.
I think he woke up to the moment. What did I just do?
Clock stock. Going to restart at 7:30 here.
Stop the clock. Stop the clock.
7:25. It stopped. Okay. Yep.
Whoa! Look at that. He's turned around and had to go at the clock operator. Can't do that. I know the clock operator.
Have you no shame?
I might have to have a word. Sometimes those buttons don't do what they're supposed to do.
Cross. Take it away. Oh,
attack.
I heard the crunch from up here. Around the edge, shielding, kept it in. It looked like, no?
No.
Nope.
I'll tell you, this game is just not, we're deep into it, and the pace of the game has not dropped off a bit. It's still at the same intensity and speed that it did from minute one.
Gilbert giving chase.
Monroe did well there, played out of pressure.
Trying to make it a one-man break here. Getting a turn, held up, and waving that one off. Yingby wanted it.
Yingby is unhappy.
End to end it goes. Tracking. Held and then given back.
Foul. I was going to say, is this game starting to get a little stretched? Starting to get a little end-to-end?
These people are going to start getting tired. Oh.
Well, stop fouling people. Wouldn't have to blow a whistle.
Good challenge in the air. Titans trying to produce that final ball.
That's good ball.
Could this be the one? It's in front,
Yes.
and it is! Goal, Titans!
Lovely ball. You saw that, the ball came in, you're like, that's tasty.
Morioka, what a time for your first goal of the season, buddy. Nice job.
Okada? Is that Daiki Okada? 14?
Oh, 14? Yeah, 4. Not, yeah, 14, not 4. It's Okada. So still his first goal, though.
What a lovely ball.
Look at that.
Look at that. He attacks the space, gets across the defender, and takes a lovely touch and just turns it into the far post.
Daiki, sophomore out of Hyogo, Japan.
Well, I'll tell you what.
He ran to the right spot.
He got across the defender. He ran to the space. Lovely ball delivered. The ball in. The first ball, the through ball, the entry ball was lovely.
Make the most of your time when you come in. Your number's called 14, not 4. I just saw the 4 flash. And the Titans have taken the lead here with a quarter hour to play.
No less than they deserve, Jeff, honestly. They have been the far better team throughout, but definitely in the second half, it's just been mostly one-way traffic. And you can see that intensity. And I'm sure it's gonna please Coach Adam Butler.
If they can hold it, it will lead to their 10th win of the season. Long way to go, though.
Let's go! Nice, nice. Du kleiner Bastard, Alter. Bevor deine Mutter
Okada's first goal of the season. It's given the Titans the lead here late on.
Came at a good time.
All right.
Come in. I got it.
Oh,
who wants number 2?
Just over his head.
The first one this year was fun. Let's see if we can do it again.
Right.
Now, if you're Eastern Florida, you know, gamesmanship comes in now. You'd be content to let them keep the ball there. You're going to make sure you're nice and compact. Not going to be in a hurry to do much. Let the clock be your friend.
Taken away. On the hunt again. Ah, too much outside boot on that.
A little patience there, a little patience.
Hey, Liam, sorry. Steven, go GK. Yeah? Who's here? You. Hey, Steve, stop. Stop. Make it tall. Yes, very good. Get in there, guys. Get the ball.
You're going to see a lot more urgency coming out of Monroe. You're going to see them definitely pressuring. They need the equalizer.
Which could open up things in behind for a clincher.
Well, anytime you've got right there, Calvin Yingby, you've got a dangerous upper. They'll know. You saw right there immediately. He's got Marcellus McCoy and Ryuta Morioka right around him. So they're well aware of where the danger is.
Under 12 to play.
Steven, Liam, ist auf dich da, Liam! Time.
Gilbert.
Oh, no.
Oi.
Boy, let the bodies hit the floor, but no calls.
Titans will take their time.
Time!
Possession now. Be proactive with it when you got it.
We're still looking.
Ahead for Okada. Gets the edge. Okada back post. Got to it.
Hungry for more. Touch.
Ackerman Stanfeld got surrounded, and it will be given back.
Yeah, you look and you think it's 2-1, but there has been no let off the pedal. The pedal has been like pedal to the metal for Eastern Florida.
Kyra Lazarus will get a run here late on from Mbale, Uganda. Making his 13th appearance, does have 2 goals and 3 assists.
I'll tell you what, coming into a game like this, you better be up to speed.
Youth International is Lazarus for Uganda. Turned away.
Oh, that's got to be a free kick. Yes.
Titans, the ascendancy here late. Clock ticking towards 9.
And if you're Eastern, take your time. Set this set piece up. The clock is ticking.
Take a look at what set this up.
Again, it's just the pressure that keeps coming. And Kumits, he wins it and he forces it. He forces him to foul me. But I tell you, they're on a different level right now. I think that's what's separating these two teams.
Go into the wall. Wanted a handball, did not get that call. Guerrero. Good service into the 6 and skates past that goal.
Lars Beckman was lurking.
Lars was lurking. Get a goal, he could change his name to Lurks Beckman.
Joe!
Turn and pushed out. Herrera will win the free kick, or the throw-in.
Constantly looking up the tempo. Keep the tempo high. Love it. So if they wanted a response to losing their first home game in a long time, so far you see that response is there.
They lost to Miami-Dade on this field on the 5th of October, 3-2. And get another crack at him, hopefully. But responded nicely with a win against Daytona State, 4-2 on the road. And just played away from the danger man, Yengby.
Go.
You know, every season you have a game here or there that just seems like a special night, and I wonder if this will feel like a special night for Coach Adam Butler and this team. When they look back on it, they'll go, yeah, that was one of those nights.
Right now it would be one of these nights.
But at the end, right now it's one of these
full Eagles now.
Yes, but after it'll be one of those nights. And we talk about it, and, you know, every you go, yeah, that game was one of those nights.
Yeah.
Right now is one of these crazy old nights. But it's not over yet, Jeff.
With the head from Tross.
All it takes is just
Garcia Galan, no pressure to pick up.
There you go. Smart.
And Will with just under 6 to play.
All it takes is a momentary lapse in concentration. So even though Eastern Florida played very well in this half, and they've played, like I said, with the pedal to the metal, you've got to keep that concentration.
Well, just take it back a couple of nights. João Victor Figueiredo from Monroe scored an equalizer against Daytona State in the 85th minute.
Yeah, it's a 90-minute
it's about
game.
Right now.
Yeah, it's a 90-minute game. You've got to keep your concentration for 90 minutes. Ooh, wow. Good tackle.
Chance here. And big booted clearance. Gilbert on his horse. Get in there and be physical. Gets a turn. Gilbert did the job to hold it up, though.
They're going to keep the high press going.
Kept it going. Nope. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Titans 2, Mustangs 1.
Intensity's just been great, Jeff.
The whole match, yeah.
Yeah, it's really
from the jump.
Yeah, nobody's letting off, and they're not letting each other let off. Oh.
Ended up winning it.
That was a bit of miscommunication between Herrera and Ryuta Marioka earlier. That's a foul.
Foul committed by Lazarus. All right, I'll waste some more time if you're a Titans fan. Coming up on 3 minutes.
And look, they should be in no rush here. No hurry to take corners, throw-ins, free kicks. Subs are coming. Although now they'll stop the clock inside of a certain amount of time.
Steve, get on the move. Steve, get on the move. Hey, come on, boys. One more.
Sebastian Sayers, the Australian, will get a run here late. His 8th appearance. Does have 3 goals.
Steven, flick it. Well done.
Gets his first entry into the game. Physical challenge there.
Getting more big bodies in the game, aren't they, Jeff?
Yeah. Gilbert. By the Titans just to control it. 2.5 to play. Up.
Yeah, that's.
Simmer down now.
Oh, that's a big simmer down now.
You come here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got something for you.
So that's going to be Kummitz. Into the book. 3rd yellow for Eastern.
I was going to say, he's in the book.
What's worse is it stops the clock.
Yeah, well, they're going to get a chance, and you'd think, let's see what they do with this.
Yeah,
Goalkeeper comes up.
Yeah, the game will give it to you.
He's going to play. He has a chance to play wide, but I think he's going to go ahead and play it short. But you know they're going to want to get this ball forward. There we go. That's what I was waiting on.
Big 50-50 coming.
Good luck winning that one.
6'4" of Lars. Big wind-up. Took too long. Now the Titans can break out of there.
Here we go.
On the move. Full pace. Left it ahead. A little too far behind Gilbert.
Yeah, didn't get enough on the pass, did he?
Decisive header forward. 90 seconds to play. Titans have it in the attacking third again. Playing it across and sticking to the gloves of Ramos to keep it at 2-1. And the Mustangs a shout from tying it still.
Yeah, he had to hold on to that. Otherwise, that was trouble. You see Mukisa Emmanuel though using, or actually, sorry, that wasn't Mukisa. That was Stephen Gilbert, using his size to his advantage.
1 minute left.
Final minute, what's been a superb game in terms of effort.
There you go. Ball went out of play.
Out of play, that will stop the clock.
Well, clock's
Substitution,
running.
no, clock is running.
Clock.
Yep. 45 seconds.
Yeah, they want the long throw, so they got to start getting bodies in the box, Monroe.
Final 30 ticks.
This is desperation time.
Where's Rory DeLapp when you need him? Not going to be enough. If they can get this clearance, it may be enough.
There it is. That should do it.
Down to 15 seconds.
Keeper's going to have one more go.
Just get it to the other end and hope something falls. Down to 10.
7, 6, 5,
and that will do it.
3, 2.
Running to the last, look.
To the very last second it goes. Full time here at Orlando Health Stadium, and it's a 2-1 winner for Eastern Florida over Monroe University in a battle of ranked national powers. That game-winning goal with about 15 to play from Daiki Okada. The difference, both teams left it all out there. They are spent. We'll put a bow tie on the 10th win of the season for the Titans when we come back on WEFS right after this.
I'm part of SCAT, which is the Space Coast Consortium Apprenticeship Program. What it is, it's an apprenticeship program to get people in the aerospace field and get experience and schooling all at the same time. So I just graduated high school this past May, and I found out about it 2 days after graduation, and my original plan was to go to Eastern Florida and just get a basic AA degree and figure out what I wanted to do from there. I always liked the idea of going into aerospace, but never was sure about engineering itself. So this was a great way to get my career started, even if I choose to go back for engineering or even if I choose to change career paths. This is a 2-year degree that is fully paid for by my company, and it is 4 years of experience in the aerospace industry where I really get to get the experience and the schooling, and if I choose to continue down this path I can, or if I choose to further my education, go somewhere else, I can also do that.
I'm Patrick Hoskin, and I'm a student at the Eastern Florida State College welding program. You start off with stick welding and then progress to MIG welding, shielded metal arc welding, and they say by the end of the year we'll end up being TIG welding. So we're going to go through almost everything that they can possibly throw at us. After the first 2 weeks of class, it is all hands-on. The cost is really low considering it's a full welding program. This classroom does count as 1 year's experience in the field.
Well, a Titans win here on a Saturday night at Orlando Health Stadium. Eastern Florida 2, Monroe University 1. Jeff Radcliffe, Tom Traxler here to put a little wrap on this one. And an intense game from start to finish. Titans able to find that goal with about 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, intensity, Jeff, intensity and pressure. That's what you got, intensity and pressure from minute 1 to minute end. I mean, we saw there at the very end, I think it was Liam Kumich chasing the ball. Even though the game was over, we knew it, still going right after it. And let me tell you, got started early, set piece, nice set piece routine here. And actually, you know, I think it is Marcellus McCoy who gets the goal, if I look at that. So I think we've settled that debate. But coming back the other way, really the danger guy all night for Monroe would have been Kelvin Yingby. But Eastern Florida did a really good job between Marcellus McCoy, Ryuta Morioka of really keeping him at bay most of the game. And that goal right there, lovely entry ball. Good run into the space, and he just redirected it into the far post. But that is everything the Eastern Florida deserved tonight. I think their performance definitely deserved the 2-1 win.
And first goal of the season coming at the right time for the sophomore from Japan. Adam Butler's the head coach of the Titans here on this home finale and regular season finale. 10th win of the season, Coach. How does it feel and playing a team of this quality and getting a win against them for a second straight year?
Yeah, as good as the first, right? It's always good to play against top opposition and back-to-back national champions. We know that they're very, very capable, and if you're not at your best, they can hurt you.
Adam, did that game feel like a playoff game?
We just said that's a national championship level game. You know, the national tournament, they're always like that. They're not the cleanest games. It's never ESPN highlights, unfortunately, but they're always scrappy games, and you know, the team that works the hardest, I think, normally comes out on top.
Now you're kind of in the waiting mode, right, with Miami-Dade and Daytona State to play. How do you approach this next week? Obviously, you have to sit and wait to see what your next move is, but obviously the goal is to extend the postseason as long as possible.
Absolutely. You've hit the goal, you know, nail on the head with that. But it's just to get ready to play Daytona, really. I think that's from our maths what it looks like. And again, it's going to be a pretty scrappy game, but a high-level game, and they're really, really hard to beat. So,
two things from me here. One, what did you talk to your players about in terms of intensity? Because their intensity from minute 1, even counting down from 10, balls cleared, you still had a player trying to chase it. What did you talk about their intensity? And number 2, Did you think you were going to run out of set piece routines on corners? You had so many of them.
That's a nice problem to have with the set pieces, right? So we've not normally got too many, and I'm happy we kept them on the field. We've had some problems with that. So to be successful from our set pieces, and that's become a big part of the game. So definitely something we do a lot of work on. And then I can't remember the other question.
The intensity piece, really. The intensity from minute 1 to the last second was.
Yeah, the intensity. That's the boys will be happy that you brought that word up, because it's definitely something we've been working on and trying to be, concentrating for the full 90 and not have them mishaps and be intense for 90 minutes.
Well, may the intensity be with you, Coach, the rest of the way, whether that next game is Daytona State or Miami-Dade. You're going to have to go through both eventually anyway, but best of luck going forward. Good way to finish the season, and, good luck.
All right. Thank you very much. Right. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Adam. So the Titans go to 10-2-2 on the season, beating the Mustangs, who the defending national champs dropped to 6-4 in a bit of a rebuilding year, but they'll be right there in the end. So your overall take on this one?
My overall take, really good win for Eastern Florida, and that should set them in good stead moving forward and heading toward the playoffs.
Thanks for watching. The Titans get a big win. For Tom Traxler, for our producer Julie Howes, our director Roger Hayward, and our entire WEFS-TV crew, I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long from Melbourne. Have a great weekend, everybody. Titans win it 2-1.